So for one, I very obviously got shaders working, and for two, this is going to be a slightly different recording. Instead of my usual doing gameplay stuff, I decided that I would do something that I really like doing. Reading, specifically reading a story or rather an SCP that I have made because I'm also a big fan of SCPs. But just know, before any of you ask, no, these are not canon to any Foundation canon, and they are strictly for me. Currently, anyways. I might try and get a couple of these that I have written onto the SCP Foundation. Maybe I need to do a little bit of tweaking on a few of them before they ever get to that point. But it could happen in the future, I guess. And as well, if you decide that you want to use these, maybe, for whatever reason, all I ask is that you link back to this video so that people who see your content, whatever you end up doing with this, people know you're not the one who made it. This is my anomaly. Just link it back to me if you decide that you want to use this, alright? Alright. And I'm going to put what I'm reading up on the right. Anyways, let's begin. Item number SCP-8171. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-8171 are to be kept in 4 20 by 20 by 10 blast-shielded and soundproof biological containment chambers in their own section of site. The inside of each chamber is to have a wetlands bioactive setup with filters changed twice per week. Chambers to be kept at 60% humidity between 75 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit during the day and 50 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit at night. SCP-8171 is to be fed a variety of livestock once every week. At no time should personnel enter the containment chamber except to collect eggs or specimens. Silent running drones will be used to search for eggs daily after a specimen reaches a point where it can lay eggs. Number of specimens in containment areas must be regulated to 1 instance per containment chamber. Airborne tranquilizers will be dispersed before MTF Town 9 Bomb Squad enters the containment unit to collect all but 1 instance and all eggs for incineration. Specimens are designated SCP-8171-1 through -4. SCP-8171-B are to be killed on site. Description: SCP-8171 is a group of alligator snapping turtles that all reproduce asexually, with the only external difference being size. SCP-8171 measure up to 8 meters from nose to tail and 3.5 meters wide. Bite force is recorded to be 12,000 pounds per square inch. SCP-8171 can also produce a concussive blast recorded at 90 to 130 decibels, with the force of a high-powered landmine. The power is determined by age and reason for use. For instance, a communication blast will have less power than an attacking or warning blast. Their shells have been recorded to have a cracking point of 1,245 megapascals. SCP-8171-B are similarly shaped, but have more exaggerated ridges and are dark red or brown in color, and have a large number of jagged horns on their head. -B instances have a bite force of 13,500 pounds per square inch, and a shell strength capable of withstanding 2,423 megapascals, and can produce a 100 to 155 decibel blast with the force of a high-powered AM-9E Sidewinder missile, and are more aggressive. Power varies the same as non-B instances. While generally calm, SCP-8171 will enter an enraged state and proceed to hunt and kill whatever triggered this, and is most likely due to the presence of a creature that poses an immediate threat, though it is not triggered by humans. Various threats include sudden noise, large vehicles, bears, large groups or packs of animals, alligators, and crocodiles. SCP-8171 instances will also work together in order to kill a number of threats and to break down barriers. Experiment Log 8171-1. Test to see how powerful the concussive blast ability is. Subjects will be restrained and agitated using a loud noise similar to a threat from another SCP-8171 instance, recorded when a bear was introduced to its containment area. MTF Tau 9 Bomb Squad will be on standby in case of the restraints being damaged. Item: 1-inch thick aluminum plate. Subject: SCP-8171-1. Result: the plate had a hole through the center, with the edges bent away from SCP-8171-1. Item: 1-inch thick titanium plate. Subject: SCP-8171-1. Result: the plate was bent away from SCP-8171-1, with heavy damage on the side facing SCP-8171-1. Item: 1-inch thick titanium plate. Subject: SCP-8171-3. At the time was the oldest specimen. Result: the plate was blasted out of the holder it was in, was severely dented, and lost a quarter-inch of the titanium. Note: it seems that age determines the power of the blast and how loud it is. Several staff are getting treated for short-term hearing damage. Item: 2-inch thick titanium plate. Subject: SCP-8171-B-1. Result: the whole plate and the holder it was in were destroyed by the blast. SCP-8171-B-1 terminated after attempting to break the restraints. Note: I think we should just drop all testing with -B instances, just in case we get a very old one. I don't want to be torn to shreds from a turtle sound wave. Discovery, March 12, 2019. SCP-8171 was found in Texas after a series of reports that explosives or guns were being fired in the forests and swamps near the town. SCP-8171 was found and reports verified. During the initial containment, they worked in unison to disarm and kill members of MTF ETA 11 Savage Beasts. Heavy ordnance deployed, and all but 4 instances killed before being tranked and brought into containment vehicles. During transport to site, specimens worked together to break open the side of the containment truck. 4 blast-shielded trucks brought in, and no further incidents happened during initial containment. Civilians in the town told that it was just a group of teenagers who brought a new rifle, and were warned not to come back. Told to call again if more gunshots were heard. Addendum: during an incubation period, it was noted that one egg was bigger and developed at a faster rate. After hatching, it had more exaggerated ridges and horns on its head. After release, it started to study the walls of its chamber, instance now designated SCP-8171-B. After studying the walls of the containment chamber, it tried to break through the filter gate, before trying to open the gate to the chamber with its horns for 2 weeks before beginning to pace the area where the feeding vehicles would enter. SCP-8171-B also started to frequent these areas when the feeding trucks were entering. Incident Log. As a feeding truck entered the chamber, SCP-8171-B charged and bit through the hood of the truck before ripping off the side panel using its concussive blast, killing 5 security personnel and 6 D-Class before breaking containment through the still open gate. Instance terminated. Autopsy and chemical analysis of the -B instance revealed a higher adrenaline level and a larger brain. This instance also had more muscle along its jaws. I do so hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you want to see more content like this, let me know in the comments. I promise to get better at reading, and I would have read louder if I had thought of this before work. Anyways, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.